Jack sat in his car, the same old sinking feeling gnawing at him. He had just paid the minimum on his credit cards again, and the weight of his financial situation felt heavier than ever. No matter how hard he worked, it seemed like he was stuck in the same cycle. Paycheck to paycheck, debt piling up, he felt powerless, defeated, until one day, something snapped. Scrolling through his phone, Jack stumbled upon a fiery rant by none other than Dave Ramsey. He wasn't looking for it, but somehow the words felt like they were aimed directly at him. You want to get wealthy. You need to stop acting broke. It was bold, unapologetic, and it hit him like a punch to the gut. Jack kept listening, not knowing that the next 5 pieces of advice would forever change the way he viewed money. Lesson 1. Stop borrowing money. The first thing Ramsey hammered home was something Jack had always avoided: debt. Ramsey's words echoed in his mind. You can't get wealthy if you owe everyone else your money. Jack had always thought debt was just part of life. But what if that wasn't true? What if borrowing money wasn't necessary? He remembered Ramsey's advice. Cut up your credit cards. You don't need them. The idea sounded radical. Could he really live without credit? His mind filled with questions. How would he manage emergencies? Wouldn't his lifestyle take a hit? But Ramsey wasn't finished. He moved on to the next point, leaving Jack hungry for more answers. Lesson 2. Live on less than you make. Jack had never been one to live extravagantly, but Ramsey's next statement still hit hard. If you keep spending more than you earn, you'll never be wealthy. Jack looked around at his apartment. New gadgets, subscriptions he didn't use, takeout boxes from last week. It was all adding up. But Ramsey didn't just preach cutting back. He offered a vision. Living simply now could open the door to unimaginable freedom later. Jack realized that his current lifestyle wasn't wealth, it was a trap. But was he really ready to make the changes Ramsey was pushing for? He could feel the tension building inside him. Lesson 3. Build an emergency fund. As Jack wrestled with the idea of cutting back, Ramsey threw in a lifeline. Save $1,000 as fast as you can. It was an emergency fund, Ramsey explained, a buffer between Jack and the financial disasters life throws at everyone. Jack had never thought about savings that way. He figured he would get around to it one day. But the idea of having $1,000 set aside, ready for life's unexpected punches, began to give him hope. It was a small goal but attainable, and the thought of finally having some control over his money excited him. Lesson 4. Invest like crazy. But then, Ramsey's tone shifted, pushing the conversation into bigger territory. Invest in your future. It's not enough to just survive, you have to grow your wealth. Jack had always thought investing was for rich people, but Ramsey made it sound different. You don't need to be rich to start, but you need to start to become rich. Jack's heart raced. He had no idea where to begin, but Ramsey's challenge stirred something inside him. Could he really build wealth through investing? Could he break free from the grind, once and for all? Lesson 5. Give generously. Just when Jack thought he had heard it all, Ramsey ended with something surprising. The secret to wealth is generosity. Jack paused. It felt contradictory at first. How could giving away money help you get wealthy? But then Ramsey's point sank in. Generosity changes your mindset, shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Jack realized this wasn't just about finances. It was about life. Ramsey wasn't just talking about growing a bank account. He was talking about transforming into a person who thrives in every aspect of life. Jack sat back, staring at his phone screen. He had 5 things to do, 5 life-changing steps that seemed both simple and impossibly hard. But as he thought about it, something inside him shifted. Ramsey's words weren't just advice, they were a blueprint for freedom. The real question wasn't whether Jack could do it. It was, would he start today?